the way back to the center back, Brad Ross, who launches it deep downfield. And the first foray into the attacking end for Nashville SC is cut out by the right back, Daniel O'Lanarin. Still possession for Nashville as Galval turning upfield, trying to connect with Logan Painter. Intercepted once more by O'Lanarin, and now worked to the center back to Thomas. Thomas touch with the left foot. And now they work it near wing for Lorenzano. Trying to push it upfield, and Nashville intercepts with Stojkovic.
Interesting so far. Both teams feeling each other out. Not trying to press the action too much.
Ball goes back to the goalkeeper, William Pyle, connecting with Tanner Dietrich. Brings it down nicely, flat-footed. Gives it to Adams. 1-2 pass to Adams, trying to pursue it down into the corner. Can he get to it on the end line? And the answer is no, as the speedy Adams just not speedy enough, and it goes out for the first goal kick of the day for Peachtree City.
A good look by Nashville trying to get to the very speedy Adams. Nearly got there, but the ball goes out of bounds before he can reach it.
Nashville SC immediately takes it away from Adam Shikali, and they launch it downfield to Galval, who's in hot pursuit, pulling on the jersey of James Thomas. Ball rolls close to the corner flag, where Thomas lofts it high into the air and out of bounds for a Nashville throw, just on the edge of the attacking third.
So Nashville now will have a chance potentially to get its first shot on goal here if they can set things up off of this throw-in from the far side.
Boys in gold attacking left to right as they await the throw, and they connect with Galval down the far sideline in front of the seated Peachtree City bench. Back for Ross, deep ball downfield, and no one home as Adams looking disinterested at the switch, and he watches it roll out of bounds for a goal kick.
Curious if that ball was intended for Shaq Adams there on this near side, or just an attempt to get it on goal that didn't quite match up. But whatever the case, it'll be a goal kick now for Peachtree City.
The back line for Peachtree City, Daniel O'Lanarin, James Thomas, Solomon Lorenzano, and Adam Shikali. Shikali, the one with the most major college experience. The Georgia Gatorade State Player of the Year, plays at Boston University. Peachtree City working the ball the other way in the black jerseys. They turn around and send it to the right back, and that's Thomas. Thomas, a touch to his right, cuts in towards the center field circle, rotated back to Lorenzano. A quick pass intercepted by Logan Painter near the stripe. Painter hurries his way upfield, connecting on the left wing with Wilson, who will pull the ball back to Hurtado, the outside back. And Nashville will form a U-shaped constellation all the way back to the goalkeeper, William Pyle, who settles in the red jersey. Picks out Stojkovic, who turns upfield. Couple steps, threads a ball to Dietrich. One touch for Wilson. Brings the ball down, allocates right side for Carriage. His socks close to his ankles. I don't even know if he's got shin guards in there.
He may not.
Nashville SC still in possession. 4th minute action here in a scoreless game at the Vanderbilt Soccer Complex. Entry pass in the middle of the field knocked away from Dietrich and last off of the Clemson midfielder. So it will be a Peachtree City throw-in. A few steps away from the midfield stripe, right in front of the grandstand where the fans are still filing into.
Looks like another nice crowd here today at this Vanderbilt soccer/lacrosse field. Wonderful venue for this U23 team.
Ball work to Daniel Valenciano on the elbow of the 18. Lobs it into the box over the head of Joe Carriage, the outside back of Nashville SC, and out on the near side for a throw-in for Nashville.
Good effort by Peachtree City to try and keep that ball in balance, but not quite enough speed to get there, and Nashville with the possession.
Boys in gold trying to connect passes off the throw, and Adams, the dummy, to send it down the near sideline. Taken away, though, in the midfield by Matthew Wooling, and then he's pestered there and fouled by Joe Carriage, and it sets up a free kick opportunity here for Peachtree City, about 40 yards away from the target. Angle to the left, steps from the sideline.
And you know, Peachtree City would love to get an early goal. This is not a team that has scored many goals this season, but getting up early on the road against this Nashville squad would give them an advantage in this opening few minutes of this match.
Visitors send the towering center back Adam Shikali into the box, and he awaits the cross. Here it comes, an in-swinger to the near post, dangerous, and it falls through the crowd into the waiting arms of William Pyle, the Nashville goalkeeper, who immediately rockets the ball deep downfield and connects with Martin Galval, the Portuguese midfielder. Couple slides to his left, and he keeps possession as Peachtree City sinks back in on defense, having defused the counterattack. Careless pass, though, in the midfield is taken away by Peachtree City, but Galval takes it right back, and now he wants to race the other way. Has Painter to his left, and finds Painter, trying to thread the through ball to the oncoming Blake Wilson at the top of the 18. And it's taken away by O'Lanarin. And now Peachtree City trying to build out of the back. But the pressure from the boys in gold, they nearly took it away and had a break. But it's a foul instead. And Peachtree City will have the free kick.
I like the effort on that last offensive run by Nashville, trying to get that shot on goal. Not quite on target, though. Both teams playing it rather conservatively thus far. So we close it on the 6-minute mark of this first half.
Don't have a possession counter, Lou, but probably 75-25 in favor of Nashville?
I would think so. There's been some back and forth, some 50-50 balls that Peachtree City has had an opportunity at, but thus far has been more in Nashville's favor in these opening few moments.
We were promised a 4-3-3 for Peachtree City. They're holding true to that promise, but it's a very recessed 4-3-3, a defensive formation for the visitors. Logan Painter has the ball in the elbow of the 18, finds Galvao. Quick pass to Blake Wilson. He's alone in the box. Sliding shot deflected. Got his own rebound, and the goalkeeper, Nelson, comes out and makes a sprawling save. Best chance of the game so far for Nashville SC, and it comes in the 7th minute, but we stay scoreless.
Nashville trying to force a turnover back in this Peachtree City zone. Their side of the field.
Wilson nearly had the opener tonight, and what a save it was from Nick Nelson. The goalkeeper had to come out and deny Wilson twice. Nashville SC looking for their first goal as Dietrich dispossessed as he moseys his way towards the top of the 18. And instead now Peachtree City will try and hurry the other way. Ball being fought for near the midfield stripe. Galvao takes a hack at it, and it falls to Stojkovic. Trying to send a through ball to Wilson, and once more the big hulking center back Daniel O'Lanarin able to deny the Nashville attack, and now O'Lanarin outside of his own box looking for a recipient. Instead, sends it right to Hurtado, the Nashville left back. And he'll gladly collect, and once more, Nashville will reset and build from the back.
I almost got the feeling there that Peachtree City was trying to clear the ball out of their half of the field, trying to give their offense a chance, but went right to Nashville, and Nashville back on the attack.
Galvao turns, trying to send Painter to the corner, and can Painter run this down? He can, right at the corner flag. Running right at James Thomas, sends the ball into the top of the 6, and it's taken away by Shikali, who outlets downfield and finds Michael Bravosky, who launches it, and taken away again by the leaping McLaughlin. McLaughlin for Nashville, trying to hunt the rebound down on the far sideline. As Bravosky draped all over his back, does well to stay on his feet right in front of the linesman. They venture towards the corner. Player falls down. It's Bravosky who falls, and the foul goes on McLaughlin of Nashville. And this is essentially a corner kick for Peachtree City, as they've got a free kick just about 3 yards away from the corner flag on the right side.
Not a common spot to see that sort of a free kick to be taken close to that corner, as you mentioned. So Nashville now defensively has to be aware of will be essentially a kick from that corner of the field. Peachtree City looking to get the first goal of its game for either team on the board here tonight.
Matthew Wooling will provide the service. The Trinidad and Tobago international leads the team with 2 assists this year. Remember, Peachtree City has only scored 6 goals in 7 games. Not a very potent attack, but they've got a set-piece opportunity here. Wooling, the left-footed service. It's good. It falls on front. Loose ball. Players jumping around, trying to head it out, and Adams able to touch it wide to safety and out for a Peachtree City throw.
Good job by Nashville to clear the ball out. I'll say this for Peachtree City. They've got some players with some size, some height.
Ball thrown in towards the top of the 6, deflected around, and now Nashville's got it. It's Galvao springing the counterattack. Wilson making a run in front of him. Galvao instead trying to switch wide to Shaq Adams. Adams in hot pursuit. A heavy touch, and it goes out of bounds in front of the Roadies, the Nashville supporters group. And it'll be a Peachtree City throw.
I like the look on that one. Taking advantage of Adams' speed on that near side, just not quite enough to get him there.
10th minute of action on a gorgeous summer night here in Nashville. A humid night, as you know. As you get in and out of your car. Sun is set behind the stadium as Nashville attacking left to right as we see it in the gold jerseys and gold shorts. Possession being battled for in the midfield. Ball clings around a few players and rolls back to the defensive line of Nashville and Carlos Hurtado. The Venezuelan pondering what to do, instead sends it backwards to McLaughlin, and now all the way back to the goalkeeper, William Pyle.
So this gives Nashville a chance to reset things on offense, as Peachtree City drops several players back defensively.
Adams a deft touch to Dietrich, trying to back heel back to Adams, and it's taken away by Fiddler. Here comes Peachtree City. They try and route it through their back line, and again they stall there as Shikali trying to launch it deep downfield. Hits the outside of the boot of his teammate Daniel Valenciano, who's chopped down, no call. Taken away by Joe Carriage, who turns back to Valenciano and maybe had a word as well. Didn't like how easy Valenciano went down.
Well, they didn't blow the whistle, and Valenciano might not be happy about it, but in a case like that, you got to keep up. You get up and keep going.
Throw in right side for Peachtree City in the neutral part of the park. They'll connect passes all the way to their goalkeeper, Nick Nelson. Nelson had the start in the first game of the season. That was the throttling that Nashville SC delivered to Peachtree City. A 6-1 just demolition.
It should be noted, though, he played against Tri-Cities in their last game, only ended up giving up 2 goals in that one. So certainly the goal for him is to obviously minimize opportunities for Nashville to score.
Clock ticks into the 12th minute. Scoreless game. Peachtree City has the ball 30 yards out. A whipping, driving shot from Santiago Moore, bothering William Pyle, who stays on his feet, dampens the shot, and then collects it for his first save.
Moore going from distance, trying to get the shot there, but unable to get it through. One of several players that plays at Dalton State on this Peachtree City team. Hails originally, though, from Queens, New York.
The way the PDL works, this is an amateur league. None of these players are paid. They are all college players at this point, looking to make their name and get in front of some professional scouts in the summer circuit and also stay fit. You do see so much talent on the field anytime a PDL team comes, because you're getting not only college players, you're getting the best players from colleges. So
precisely.
In Nashville's case, a couple of the best players from Clemson University. Man who handles now, Kyle McLaughlin from Furman, which has been a big producer of national team players. As Nashville connects passes, it's Blake Wilson charging in, and the offside flag is up. Just a step offsides. He had a one-on-one with Nelson, the goalkeeper, but the officials blow it dead, and it's a Peachtree City free kick.
Just about a half step off, but enough to make it an offside call. A good effort there by Nashville. The timing just slightly off.
13th minute of action. Still scoreless. Nashville SC pushing the issue, though. They've had the majority of the possession, and they win it back once more as Brad Ross, the Holy Cross player, sends it back to William Pyle, the goalkeeper. Flub clearance, intercepted by Bravosky, the University of Dayton player. Launches it deep down the far sideline, and no one home. And it's out for a throw-in for Nashville in the defensive third.
Seen Valenciano up and down the field for this Peachtree City squad in the first 13 minutes of this match.
Throw-in comes into the Nashville defensive end. A couple players hacking away at it, and eventually it's chipped into the box by Wooling, and no one home. Quickly, Nashville up the other way. Shaq Adams tried to brush a pass towards the center of the field, and intercepted, and here comes Khalil Stewart. Nice triangular passing from Peachtree City. It falls back into the feet of Stewart, the Jamaican international. Adams bothering him. Stewart able to leak a pass to the left side and gets a return pass from Bravosky. Stewart turns on the Jets down the inline. Centering pass at the top of the 18. And not able to apply the final touch was Daniel Valenciano. And Nashville has possession with Blake Wilson. His back to the target, turns upfield, and crosses the midfield stripe. Wilson driving through his defenders, and he got tripped up on his way right as he was squaring up O'Lantern for a one-on-one, and it's a Nashville free kick, and not a bad position here. About 50 yards away from the goal they're trying to score on to our right.
Could be an opportunity here for Nashville to set something up, potentially going for would be quite a cross from this distance, but something into the 18 potentially to set up a header or a possible shot on goal for this Nashville squad.
Kyle McLaughlin, the towering center back, has wandered into the box as Martin Galvao providing the delivery. McLaughlin rises. It's deflected on the way. Loose on top of the 18. McLaughlin had a chance at it, and he goes down in a heap. Wanted the call. Didn't get it, and now Peachtree City racing the other way. It's Moore trying to run onto a ball at the top of the 18. Turns his defender, Ross, slows up near the inline, and awaits for help. Finds it in the pursuing Khalil Stewart. Stewart puts the sole of his foot on the ball, returns back to Moore, lobs it back far post, and can't find Valenciano. Headed away by Hurtado. Ball being contested by Logan Painter, the forward, who does well to get back and defend, and able to shepherd the ball out of bounds for a Peachtree City throw.
Very good effort by Nashville right there to clear the ball out of the zone. Hurtado, but now right back it's Peachtree City.
Neat combination work as driving into the box was Todd Fiddler, and he goes down, and no call coming from the official, Oladukin Fadi. Couple penalty appeals for both teams. And instead, Peachtree City with possession here, angle to the left. They've got it right at the tip of the attacking third. Switched well by Bravosky to the overlapping Thomas. Thomas's service loose inside the box. Oh, what a save by Pyle. Denies Santiago Moore on the doorstep. Got it with his leg. Barely had time to react, and we nearly could have broken this 0-0 deadlock, but a save by William Pyle, the best we've seen so far tonight.
It's a good shot on goal, but a better save by Pyle in the 16th minute. Definitely the best opportunity either team has had thus far at a scoring opportunity, but because of the work by Pyle and goal, and the Peachtree City not being able to get the rebound, it'll be Nashville on the attack.
These teams in 2 games this season have combined for 10 total goals. It was 7 goals in the first meeting and then 3 goals in the second meeting. Both Nashville SC wins. Could see another high-scoring affair tonight, especially based on the first 16 minutes of action. Nashville with possession in goal. Adams a heavy touch, and then he rips down the central midfielder Matthew Wooling, and it's another free kick.
Referee's letting him play a little bit physically, but too much there to let go by. Another foul called, and so it'll be Peachtree City now with the attack.
4th foul tonight for Nashville. Peachtree City with just 1. And Peachtree City outshooting Nashville 3-1. Not what you'd expect from a winless team. But right now, Peachtree City very much in this one, and they've worked it out wide once more. Valenciano at the edge of the 18. A banana curl cross is headed away at the last moment by McLaughlin and swept away by Hurtado. Nashville heading the other way. Galval smartly backwards for the outside back, Hurtado. And Nashville SC will settle. Hurtado launches into the offensive end of the field for the leaping Blake Wilson, and it skims off his buzz cut and back to the goalkeeper, Nelson.
It's a good look there, just slightly too high for me to get a header on. And Peachtree City now with possession.
Peachtree City, an 80-yard cross-field pass by O'Lantern, the London-born player. Hurtado had to deal with it, and it goes back out of bounds for Peachtree City. Throw-in that they take quickly on the far sideline. Venturing upfield is Todd Fiddler, the Fulham Academy product. Fiddler trying to weave his way through traffic, finds congestion at the top of the 18. Ball deflected out to Adams, who switches wide for Logan Painter. 30 yards away from his own goal. Tried to touch a pass to Blake Wilson, who went charging in on a challenge and gets whistled for Nashville SC's 5th foul. And now Wilson having words on the far sideline with a Peachtree City player.
Tension starting to rise a little bit. So we're in the 19th minute, no score, Nashville and Peachtree City. As the play gets a bit more physical, we're starting to see perhaps not tempers flaring, but certainly opinions being shared by both squads out there.
The last time these two teams met was on the road. It was in the suburbs of Atlanta. And Nashville had a player red carded. It was Alex Stojkovic, who was tossed out of the game for his 2nd yellow. And watching the replay of that game, you could tell these teams don't have a particular fondness for each other.
No, especially in this 3rd meeting, they're familiar with each other now.
Free kick for Peachtree City, and a rising header by Daniel Valenciano was never threatening the goal of William Pyle. He got it across the top of his head, and it goes into the backstop that usually stops lacrosse shots here at the lacrosse complex of Vanderbilt. 19th minute, Nashville SC and Peachtree City both with 0 goals.
I would suggest for Peachtree City, they've come out more aggressively. The first few minutes, they kind of felt things out, but they put the pressure on Nashville thus far. For a team with 0 wins, they've come out, at least if you read body language and believe it, seeming that they have a chance to compete against this Nashville squad. They only lost to 2-1 in their last meeting. And as you mentioned, it was 11-10, and Nashville had to hold on for that victory.
And hold on is certainly the way to describe it. It was an offensive onslaught from Peachtree City. They hit the crossbar in stoppage time, nearly tied the game. Instead, Nashville SC got 3 crucial points in that road contest, and they need 3 crucial points tonight as they look to make the PDL playoffs. Right now, standing at 2nd in the South Atlantic Division, and the top 2 teams make the playoffs. Peachtree City again finding inroads down the middle. Switched well to the far sideline. And it's Fiddler, tripped up on his way, no call. Falls to Valenciano at the elbow of the 18, trying to slip a through ball. Goalkeeper out, and Pyle safely slides to collect. Pyle launching a worm-burning pass to Tanner Dietrich, who's dispossessed, and it's Stewart driving in at goal, a 1-on-3. And Dietrich does well to defend. He knocks it away, but gets called for a foul right at the top of the 18, a slight angle to the left. And this is going to be a prime position for a free kick for Peachtree City.
We've already seen William Pyle, the goalie for Nashville, challenged in this match, and this may be potentially his most difficult shot to face here, depending on what kind of angle they get on this one.
Now a Senate full of potential free kick takers. No less than 5 Peachtree City players huddled over the ball. The committee has been whittled down to 2. Matthew Wooling in discussion. And they're looking to see how the wall sets up. Wooling is left-footed. And based on how the wall sets up, he may take this.
And that's not a bad strategy if you've got players that one has a better left leg kick versus the other with a better right leg. Look at how that wall sets up and uses the player with the best angle at it.
5-man wall for the gold-clad Nashville SC defense. Santiago Moore is also a candidate to take the free kick. Will it be Moore with the right-footed kick or Wooling with the left? They both stand 20 yards away from the goal, and now they backpedal as the ball sits still. Nashville has added a 6th man to the wall. Wooling steps forward, takes it with his left foot off the underside of the crossbar, rebound and headed in. Peachtree City has the opening goal, and it comes off the head of Todd Fiddler. It rebounded off the crossbar. Fiddler was right there to knot it in, and Peachtree City leads 1-0.
Fiddler, Johnny on the spot on that one with the free kick. Very close to going in as it was, but off of the crossbar, as you noted, John. But then Fiddler right there to knock it in for Peachtree City, and they've got a 1-0 lead on Nashville here in the 22nd minute of this match.
It's a shocking opening goal for Peachtree City, a team that has not won a game this season and has already lost 2 contests to Nashville in the campaign. And on the road where Nashville is undefeated in club history, Peachtree City has the opening goal, and they lead.
Now the challenge for this Nashville offense to get things going a bit. They seemingly trying to feel each other out, but now with that 1-goal deficit, we'll see what this Nashville team does.
Poor touch by Tanner Dietrich out of the middle of the park, and he sent it directly out of bounds without even a bounce. And Peachtree City again pressing the issue with a throw-in on the right side. Peachtree City traveling right to left as we see it, and Nashville, which had the majority of the possession in the beginning of this half, now much more of the defensive team as they've slunk back with all 11 players on the defensive side of the field. Long ball by O'Lantern, nobody home, and it goes out for a Nashville SC goal kick.
It seems, at least thus far in this first half, Peachtree City trying to pick their spots, waiting for things to either break to get the counterattack opportunity or playing back on defense, trying to lure Nashville in and limit their opportunities on offense.
24th minute of action here in Nashville. Glad to have you with us here on ESPN 94.9 Game 2, the first ever English radio broadcast of Nashville SC soccer. Goal kick sent towards the midfield stripe, and Blake Wilson went crashing in to a Peachtree City player who's grabbing the back of his head. It's Matthew Wooling down, and Wilson is going to get carded here. I don't think it's anything serious, as Oladukin Fatty perhaps looking at the back of the head of Wooling to see if there's any sort of blood before making his decision. I think Wilson will see some discipline here.
They'll get a talking to, if nothing else. They both went for the header. Neither were able to connect with the ball, but enough of a collision to get the whistle.
And Fatty is going to talk to his assistant referee to see if there was any sort of high arm elbow from Wilson. Remember, Wilson was involved in a slight altercation on the far sideline, so they could determine some sort of intent, or at least interpret that.
More than anything at this point, the 25th minute, just try and get everybody under control, take a quick breath. You'll see that sometimes in the PDL, referees discussing things amongst themselves.
So Wooling is going to have to go to the sideline because he was hit in the head, and that's just concussion protocol. And now the officials exit their conference, and Wilson is going to get a card. It's just a matter of what color, and if it's red, this would be a devastating blow to Nashville SC. Instead, the card is yellow, and a thumbs up for Wilson, who wonder what his heart rate was when he saw the referee reach into his pocket.
There's that fear that there may be the red card in there. Did not appear from this angle we were to see that appeared to be anything malicious or intentionally harmful, but Nevertheless, a dangerous enough play that ended up earning him a yellow card in the 25th minute.
And Wilson in discussions with a bunch of the backline players for Peachtree City, and having quite the talking to with Adam Shikali, the Boston University player, and they continue that discussion as it's a free kick for Peachtree City. The Peachtree City players did not like the challenge. They thought there was a high arm or elbow there. Instead, just a yellow card for Wilson. Teams stay at 11 apiece. And Nashville SC trails 1-0 as we venture into the 26th minute. Wind starting to swirl around the pitch. Natural grass surface here. Much different than the turf surface in which these teams played on the first time they met in Nashville. Foul in the far corner, deep in Nashville defensive end. And it'll be a Nashville SC free kick. But what a difference just a month and a half makes. 6-1 for Nashville the first time that these two teams met. 2-1 the next time. And now Peachtree City on the road of the last place team in the South Atlantic Division has a 1-0 lead over the second place team in the division, Nashville SC. And Peachtree City looking for more. They work the ball right side for Fiddler, the goal scorer. Fiddler weaving his way against Hurtado. Gains the inline. Leaves it off top of the 6. Shot score! The second goal for Peachtree City. And it's Matthew Wooling, the Trinidad and Tobago international. Took it on the doorstep, turned and planted it into the upper 90 of the left side of the goal. And Peachtree City with a shocking 2-0 lead in the 27th minute.
Peachtree City didn't back off any, I think, after they got that first goal. It was an excellent job by Peachtree City getting that offense set up. They had multiple players lined up, if not in the 18, near it. Managed to get the ball to Wooling. And so it's 2 goals now for Peachtree City to none for Nashville as we approach the 27-minute mark of this first half. Nashville, deepest trouble it's been at home thus far this season. It's a team unbeaten at home. Only 1 loss on the season at all, and that was on the road. And while Nashville had 0 wins on its 4-match road trip, they did get 3 ties and 3 points out of that, but they could use an outright victory tonight, but they've got a hole to dig out of before they can even think about that at this point.
They sure do. Nashville SC trailing 2-0 in the 28th minute. And they've earned a free kick 50 yards away from the goal on the offensive end. And Martim Galvão, the Portuguese midfielder, placing the ball. Well, they're going to send him even farther backwards. Now he's got the ball in the center circle, and he sets up the free kick that Nashville commits 7 offensive players into the box. The service from Galvão is low and driven. It falls to the back post to Tanner Dietrich. Tried to tap it in, and Nelson came out and made the sliding save. Ball rolls to the far sideline, and Peachtree City escapes the opening goal for Nashville. And they work the ball down the far wing. A player flops, no call. And now the ball in the middle. Galvão losing out on the challenge from Wooling. Tried to flip it downfield, and Logan Painter all the way back from his forward position to defend. And slots it backwards to William Pyle. Brushes the ball with his left foot high into the Nashville sky, where it's brought down by Wooling. Touching to Stewart. Whacked it wide, and Stewart pursuing near the attacking third. Back into the neutral area now to Moore. Dietrich, hard challenge on the far sideline, and it rolls to Stewart driving in at the elbow of the 18. Stewart tried to lay it off. Stojkovic came in and chopped Stewart down right on the outside of the 18, and another dangerous free kick for Peachtree City.
I would suggest that was good field awareness right there, making sure that Peachtree City attacker outside of the 18, avoiding the penalty kick situation, but still a very dangerous free kick, albeit from a rather sharp angle on this near side.
Substitutions being prepared for Nashville already. As we are now in the 30th minute, Peachtree City with a free kick. 10 yards away from the end line, angle to the left, just steps from the outside of the box. The visitors with five black shirts standing at the top of the 6. 2-man wall for Nashville. The red-clad goalkeeper William Pyle awaits on the goal line. A lot of commotion going on in the box.
So they'll slow things up here for just a second before that kick as the official has words with both teams.
Pushing and shoving taking place. Oladukan Fadi, the center official, talks with the players. Here comes the service. It's low, it's driven, and cleared away by Wilson. All the way back to the back line. And Fiddler trying to reinsert it on the right wing. Deflected off of Adams, falls back to Fiddler. Volleyed service over the back post, and a foul called. A push on Peachtree City inside the Nashville box at the top of the 6.
So 30 minutes and change into this one. Peachtree City leading Nashville 2-0 and not laying off on offense, although now Nashville with a goal kick. They're going to try and get something on the board themselves here.
And Lou, Nashville has had its chances, a couple front door opportunities. And some nice saves from Nelson, the goalkeeper, has kept Nashville scoreless. Throw in near side in front of the supporters. Launch downfield for Blake Wilson. Fighting against O'Lantern and able to collect the possession. Angle to the right. Flips it inside to Galvao. Turns, fires, scores! What a goal by Martin Galvao. Takes the pass, turns with it in one touch, and then slots it to the bottom right corner to bring Nashville SC within one.
And that's the kind of quick strike offense, as there a yellow card is issued now to a player for Peachtree City for reasons that are unclear at the moment. But a big goal right there that gets this crowd fired up. A pretty strong showing, especially for a weeknight, as this Nashville SC squad has already some very fervent supporters. When you think about the opportunities for soccer in this city long term, that's the base they're going to build off of. Now they're fired up, this crowd's excited, and Nashville has cut the lead in half for Peachtree City.
For Galvao, it is his 5th goal in the PDL this season. The former academy product of Sporting Lisbon, which is a big program in Portugal. They've produced some players that you might know, Cristiano Ronaldo, Luis Figo, Nani, and he was actually in the academy at the same time as Tottenham center back Eric Dyer. He was released from his youth academy right before the period where you would offer a player a contract, and he didn't have any soccer to play, so he decides to go to Pfeiffer University in North Carolina. He's found his way onto this PDL team in Nashville, and now he's one of the top prospects in the league and could very well find himself playing professionally in the United States next year after he graduates from Pfeiffer. It's 2-1, Peachtree City with the lead over Nashville in an enthralling game. 33rd minute of action, and Nashville SC trailing by a goal, but looking for more as it's Galvao, the creative midfielder. Slots a pass to Wilson, running on, trying to slip through 2 defenders, hauled down at the top of the box, and it's a free kick for Nashville right at the top of the 18, in a prime position for Galvao to search for his 2nd.
And you can tell Nashville trying to build on the momentum of that goal by Galvao that made it 2-1. The foul happening just outside of the 18, so it'll be a free kick, but not a penalty kick had it been just about a half yard further.
Galvao places the ball right at the top of the 18. There is nobody else that is going to take this free kick. Galvao adjusting his socks. They're about knee high. Peachtree City setting up their wall, a 5-man wall.
Galvao is a great mix of both leg strength and accuracy. He's a remarkable passer, but he can shoot the ball as well.
Galvao places the ball right in front of the supporters, the roadies for Nashville SC. Peachtree City with a 5-man wall. Nelson, the goalkeeper, standing in the goal, and a yellow card delivered, and it goes to Matthew Wooling for dissent. So the 2nd yellow card for Peachtree City, and Wooling gets booked.
Wooling was walking up a couple of times towards the ball as if he was going to stand right in front of it. He did that once or twice. The officials let it go. The 3rd time might have been too much.
Here's Galvao, the free kick, touches it right into the wall. It clanged off of a chest, and now Peachtree City bombs the ball deep downfield. Ross trying to win a foot race against Valenciano, and Pyle, the goalkeeper, sweeps it to safety in the center of the park. So the score stays 2-1. Peachtree City with the lead in the 35th minute of 90. No overtime in regular season PDL action. Nashville made a substitution after the goal. It was Alec Velez taking out Stojkovic. So Velez, been a role player off of the bench for Nashville. Played high school ball in Brentwood and now plays collegiately at Memphis. And he takes out the Frenchman Stojkovic. Nashville SC trying to work the ball downfield. Towering header by O'Lantern. Deflects out to the near wing for Logan Painter. In a shoulder challenge with the outside back Lorenzano. Ball's muscled upfield for Stewart for Peachtree City. Stewart, little nice pull backwards to keep possession, and then going down in a heap is Valenciano on the near side. An aggressive challenge from Joe Carriage, the Lipscomb product. And it's a free kick for Peachtree City, and not a bad position. They'll once again send it to the mixer in a moment.
Valenciano will step away from the ball. Wu Ling, who just picked up that yellow card, will take the free kick.
Wu Ling has a goal today. Also leads the team in assists. One-man wall. It's Logan Painter, who stands 10 yards away. From the near sideline, Wu Ling to provide the service. Deep lofted ball to the back post, and Pyle plucks it out of the sky.
Wu Ling got some nice air under that one. Just not on target for what he wanted. Now Nashville going with the ball with the very speedy Shaq Adams.
Adams takes the pass from Pyle in stride, turns it backwards. Adams possessing down the far wing in front of the Peachtree City bench. Goes down right on his belly, and it's a foul. And it'll be a Nashville SC free kick. About 10 yards away from the midfield stripe, and Galval looking interested as players flooding forward, including the over 6 foot tall Kyle McLaughlin, the center back who has 3 goals in the PDL this season.
You hear the drums from the supporters. Nashville fans hoping to see SC get an equalizer here in this 37th minute in the first half.
Galval pumps the service to the top of the 18. It skips into a defender for Peachtree City and cleared to safety by Wu Ling. Deflects off of a backline player for Nashville, right back to Wu Ling in the center of the park. And then triangular passes find Valenciano on the far wing. Quickly turns the ball upfield to Santiago Moore in a one-on-one battle with Ross. Ross tugging at him. Moore centers it at the top of the 6. And McLaughlin coolly with the outside of his foot traps it and sends it downfield, but too far for Dietrich. Peachtree City building the attacking third until Dietrich intercepts and touches to Velez, who does a nice pull through to break free, but his pass upfield intercepted. And here comes James Thomas drifting through and trying to get a shot on goal as Moore instead flips it right in front of the target, where McLaughlin's able to tap it away in the orange boots once more. Ball sent down the far side. Galval in a 1-on-2 battle, and he loses out on it. Couple aerial challenges flying around, and you hear the whistle as Kyle McLaughlin got undercut by a striker, Valenciano of Peachtree City, and it's a free kick for Nashville in their own defensive end.
Both players going for the header, but the foul called on Peachtree City. And so now in this 38th minute, Nashville hoping to get the second goal to come back from that 2-0 deficit that they surprisingly found themselves in against this winless Peachtree City team.
2-1, the visitors of Peachtree City from the suburbs of Atlanta have the lead. And they have possession until McLaughlin cuts out a deep pass downfield with his head. Hurtado, the left back, dribbling out of pressure, finds McLaughlin once more, delivers downfield, intercepted with the header of Thomas, and now batted around close to the midfield stripe as far as Hurtado tried to dance around a challenge of Moore, who knocked out of bounds for a Nashville SC throw-in. Right around midfield, Galval with a deft touch finding Velez. Quickly switches to the near side to Painter, turns upfield. Dietrich overlapping. Dietrich takes the pass from Painter, thinking about it, slots it through for Painter. He's through on the end line, puts it right back in front of the goal, and it's too far over the head of Adams. Galval able to retrieve 30 yards away from the target, pumps it right back into Dietrich, heads it across the cage, and rising high to collect it is Nick Nelson, the goalkeeper, who snatches it with 2 hands.
A good look by Nashville. Galval mentioned his accuracy. He's a remarkable passer. It was a good look, just couldn't quite get the header on it for a shot.
Nelson sends a punt high into the sky. Dietrich traps it down, finding Galval, who's ventured over in front of the grandstand now on the right sideline. Filters a pass back to Joe Carriage, finding Painter, tapping to an overlapping Galval, and he loses out on the foot race with the outside back. Instead, now the ball being contested on the near sideline, and Joe Carriage with a sliding challenge to knock it out for a Peachtree City throw. They quickly take it with Valenciano, trying to dribble through 3 players. Finds Stewart, and Stewart rides the back of the shielding Dietrich and tackles him to the floor. Dietrich didn't like the challenge, stays cool and collected. The Clemson player, by way of Father Ryan High School, adjusting his socks as he gets onto the turf. 40th minute, Peachtree City with the 2-1 lead. Nashville SC with the free kick. Velez in the middle of the park with the turquoise blue shoes, distributes to Hurtado. Wall pass back to Velez. Now Wilson from his forward position. Nashville SC works it backwards with Ross. All 10 attacking players on the offensive side of the field. Ross's lofted ball to the far corner is cut out by Thomas, was seeking out Shaq Adams, and now Thomas possesses right wing. Peachtree City will work the ball around the back. O'Lantern, a London-born player, just his 4th game in a Peachtree City jersey, able to connect upfield to Santiago Moore. Moore played last year at Memphis City FC. Ball worked to the right corner. Joe Carriage pushes it back to the left. And now Bravosky, the top of the 18, Woolley, trying to curl a shot in, deflected by Dietrich, who wants to run. Galval forwarding it on to Dietrich, taken away at the last moment by the center midfielder. Bravosky rolls back to Wooling for Peachtree City. 30 yards away from the target. Wooling teeing up the left-footed shot, and it clings off of Joe Carriage and out for a Peachtree City corner kick.
So a near side corner kick now for Peachtree City. Good job by Carriage getting his body between the ball and the goal with it going out of bounds. An opportunity now for Peachtree City to attempt to add to its 2-1 lead here in the 41st minute of this first half.
4 minutes of regular time left in the half. Our halftime show will include Julian Council to host it in just a few moments. But right now, Peachtree City has found a player wide open at the elbow of the 18, and smashing the shot wide is the former goal scorer Todd Fiddler, who had Peachtree City's 2nd goal and was seeking his 2nd tonight. Instead, blasts a shot, a low worm-burning shot, well wide of the goal of William Pyle.
Worth noting with Fiddler, that was his 1st goal of the season. He had 14 shots coming into this game. Finally got his goal, but not on that one, attempting a 2nd.
Nashville had worked the ball downfield, and a handball, or was it an offsides? It doesn't matter. It's a free kick to Peachtree City, who stand at last place in the PDL South Atlantic. It's the 3rd meeting this season between these two teams. Nashville victorious in both of the previous contests. Nashville 1 point behind league-leading Charlotte. The Eagles of Charlotte leading with 19 points. Nashville has 18 on the season, but they need 3 tonight to stay in the playoff hunt as Myrtle Beach in hot pursuit in the South Atlantic Division. 43rd minute here. Nashville had gone down 2-0, pulled one back with Martin Galval's goal, and continue to search for the equalizer. Nashville SC in the yellow jersey and yellow shorts. Peachtree City in the visiting All Blacks with yellow trim down the sides. White ball with orange accents rolls to Tanner Dietrich, who turns towards the near sideline. Brushes a pass to Logan Painter, and now they work it downfield to Galval. A quick touch pass to the pursuing Blake Wilson, who collects inside the box, close to the end line. Wilson now drifting close to the flag in front of the supporters group, finds Galval, who turns. Galval dribbling, touch with the right foot, returns it back to Wilson, trying to center it out front, and he got called for offsides as he was just a step in front of the defense of Peachtree City.
I figure Nashville will keep trying that as far as getting players not being offside. Obviously the goal, they've had a couple of opportunities in this first half where it's been just about a half step off, but eventually one of those may get through for Nashville and give them the potential to tie this match here at 2 late in the first half.
44th minute of action. Nashville's taking control, you'd say, of the last 10 minutes or so. It's been a game of surges. Peachtree City in the middle part of this half really had control. That's where they chipped in their 2 goals, and Nashville in the beginning and end of half has seemed to carry the play.
I'll say this for Peachtree City, they have a lot more talent than you would think of a team that has 6 losses, 1 tie, no wins on the season. They've got some players out there that can do some things.
Maybe one last thrust here for Nashville SC. 44th minute. Tanner Dietrich has played in a U17 World Cup. He possesses and sends it wide left. Dietrich not only played in that World Cup, he started a game that the U.S. eventually lost to Chile to be knocked out of the tournament. There were 25,000 fans in the stands as that tournament was held in Chile.
That's the international support that this game has all around the world. The 25,000, it's hard to get intimidated once you've been through that.
Dietrich trying to bring his team back into this. Galval, the Portuguese midfielder, chips into Logan Painter, and it was taken away by a rising and jumping Daniel O'Lantern. Ball's worked out to the right side where Painter's in a contest with Joe Carriage, and running away with it through pressure is Bravosky. For Peachtree City, his pass downfield finds no one except the head of Brad Ross, the Nashville defender. Been told there'll be 2 minutes of stoppage time once we reach the 45-minute mark in just a couple seconds.
Nashville taking its time, trying to set things up, perhaps one more push before we reach that halftime whistle.
Painter with acres of space into the attacking third, slips it through for Wilson, angle to the right at the elbow of the box, and then Wilson chops down a defender and gets called for the foul. He took down Lorenzano with a sweep of the right foot, and Wilson has got to be careful. He's already sitting on a yellow card.
Got that in the 25th minute of this first half. It's difficult because he's out there battling, trying to get the ball, trying to cue up a scoring opportunity, but instead called for the foul there, and he does have to be careful for the duration of this one.
Into the first of 2 minutes of stoppage time here in the first half. Peachtree City with a 2-1 lead. First ever English radio broadcast of Nashville SC soccer. Our halftime show with Julian Council coming up momentarily, but right now Peachtree City on the attack. They tried to center it out front. Ball's deflecting around the box. It pops up high in the air near the penalty spot. Pushed away by Ross to the top of the 18. Wooling tees up the left-footed shot, and a one-skipper falls into the waiting arms of William Pyle, the Nashville goalkeeper, who immediately launches the ball downfield and nearly found Brad Ross in stride. Instead, it's taken away, and Peachtree City will build out of the middle of the park near the center circle. The visitors in the black jerseys find Bravoski up the middle. Pushes it far side, Valenciano. And now it's Wooling. Taken away by Adams, the speedster. Adams hauled down. A sliding challenge by Khalil Stewart. Whistled for the foul. Nashville takes the free kick quickly and turns it right over. A couple passes at the top of the 18 being fought for, and another foul goes on Peachtree City. The challenge is flying in here in the closing seconds of the first half in a game that Nashville trails 2-1.
And with only 2 minutes of stoppage time, this may be the last opportunity for either team to score here in this first half.
Ball pumped downfield to Blake Wilson. Has his back to the defense. It bounces over his head. And gratefully taking it is Adam Shikali for Peachtree City. Launched it downfield, and Joe Carriage banged it out of bounds for a throw-in for the visitors. All eyes on the official now as we await his whistle deep into stoppage time, and there it is. Halftime, 45 minutes of soccer gone, and Peachtree City with the 2-1 lead on the road at the Vanderbilt Soccer Complex. Can Nashville SC get their 6th win of the year and stay in contention for the PDL playoffs? A lot of work left to do. We'll start our halftime show next with Julian Council. Get a sense that they don't like each other much. A lot of big challenges, including a couple from Blake Wilson, who had 3 fouls in the first half and accumulated a yellow card and needs to be careful for Nashville. Ball's on the near side, close to the center stripe, at the feet of Todd Fiddler, who's tugged on by the outside back Carlos Hurtado of Nashville, and he earns a free kick right around the center field stripe. And now Peachtree City showing no real rush. They know they've got a lead, surprisingly, on the road, and they're going to do everything they can to nurse it. A 1-goal advantage for Peachtree City as they lead 2-1 as we dive into the 49th minute. Free kick pumped into the box. McLaughlin, the center back for Nashville, heads it away 30 yards downfield and finds Logan Painter. Painter has the ball run away from him on the far sideline, hacks a pass back down the line, and it's intercepted by Peachtree City, but they almost turn it right back over. And the center back, O'Lanarin, slides to clear it away. Ball rolls to Tanner Dietrich, who goes flying in with a studs-up challenge. And he's whistled for a foul, and the officials conferencing. They've got the headsets, and they're talking to each other in their microphones. And, well, Dietrich went crashing into that challenge.
Making a play for the ball, but with that collision, they're going to try and figure out exactly what happened there. Now, remember, in the PDL, you get 6 substitutions per team per game. So, should the situation call for it, they could make a substitution, they being Peachtree City.
And the injured party is James Thomas, the British player who plays at Young Harris College. And Dietrich going to get a word of warning here from the official, Oladokin Fadi, and also get a yellow card. So he becomes the 4th player to be booked tonight. And well, it was a tough challenge by Dietrich, and I don't really disagree with the yellow card is what I'm getting at.
Well, and particularly with the way this game has been rather heated. You know, these teams playing each other now for the 3rd time this season. You have that situation. Dietrich, very talented player defensively and also on offense as well, but just a little bit off on that challenge, and that earned him a yellow card in the 49th minute.
So it's a free kick deep in defensive territory for Peachtree City. Both teams in their 4-3-3 formation. As the visitors pump it high into the sky towards the box, McLaughlin in a leaping contest and loses out. Ball rolls to the near sideline where it's taken by Fiddler. Fiddler in front of Nashville supporters, the roadies, sends a low-driven cross into the box that McLaughlin taps high away with his orange boots. Ball's out for a throw-in. It'll be Peachtree City's. And James Thomas up to take it. Seems all right after the Tanner Dietrich challenge. Thomas no longer hobbling. Dietrich dispossesses a midfield player for Peachtree City. And now Nashville works it out of the back with Ross. Swivels his hips, turns upfield, distributes right back to his goalkeeper Pyle, launches it with his left foot towards Hurtado, nods it back for Dietrich, one touch to Hurtado, and he springs himself down the near sideline. Lobs it for a running Blake Wilson, touches it off his chest, and tries to sprint to the end line. Tried to slip his way inside, got in the way of his defender, and goes crashing to the floor, but the goalkeeper, Nelson, comes out to claim the loose ball.
Nashville bringing the pressure. There was some pinpoint passing, some really on the mark passes, but unable to get a shot on goal as Peachtree City now turns it over.
Pass pilfered in the midfield by the outside back for Nashville. It's Joe Carriage. His touch heavy. Ball's loose around midfield, pops up 20 yards in the air. Couple headers in there, bounces on the green grass, and it's finally settled in the midfield by Santiago Moore. Allocates to his back line. Shikali sent it upfield, and Carriage there to intercept once more, and then Carriage tripped down from behind, and here comes another yellow card. It'll go on Peachtree City, and it goes on the pursuing forward, Daniel Valenciano. The Costa Rican goes into the book.
Wasn't just a lot of contact on that play, but enough to bring down player for Nashville, get the whistle and the cards. They're going to try and get both teams calmed down a bit here to start this second half.
52nd minute, Peachtree City leading 2-1 over Nashville SC. Nashville with the free kick in the gold jerseys and gold shorts, 10 yards away from the center stripe. Ross, back spinning ball sent towards the leaping McLaughlin, and he went over the back of a defender and gets called for the foul. Climbed the ladder of Daniel O'Lanarin. the London-born Mount Olive College product, and it's a free kick for Peachtree City.
One advantage for Peachtree City defensively, they have some tall players, so if you're going to go for that attempted headbutt shot at a goal, you have to get pretty high or time it perfectly. Nashville unable to do so in that one.
And Peachtree City continuing to take their time on all of these free kicks. Some gamesmanship. Nelson launches the ball down the near sideline where it's trapped well by the midfielder, Wooling.
But taken away.
Taken away by Omitaumu. Outside of the boot pass to Wilson, turning towards the middle of the field, trying to slip it for Dietrich. Gets a touch to Galval, continues his run. Galval cutting to his left at the 18. Galval slots a pass left side for Wilson, overlapping is Hurtado, who collects on the inline. Hurtado pulls it backwards, finds Galval, and he lost his touch. Galval loses out, and Peachtree City wants to run the other way. Sprinting upfield is Valenciano. Traps it well. One-on-one against Ross. Overlapping is the speedy Stewart, the Jamaican at the top of the 18. Peachtree City on the attack. Stewart fires, deflected. Loose, falls back to Stewart, trying to return it back in, and it falls right on top to an open player. Valenciano has a shot block. Got another chance, and another save. This time it's Pyle, the goalkeeper, diving low to make it. Knocks it out of bounds for a corner kick, but Peachtree City nearly had their third.
That was a very, very strong scoring opportunity for Peachtree City. An excellent stop, though, by Pyle. And while it will be a corner kick here for Peachtree City, it could have just as easily been 3-1 Peachtree City. So Nashville remaining down only by one goal here in the 54th minute.
And a couple crucial stops by some defenders as well for Nashville SC as they threw their bodies in front of the shots close to the goal line. Matthew Wooling will take the corner kick from the near side, puts his hands on his hips, and now approaches. 6 players in the box for Peachtree City. Banged away by Blake Wilson for Nashville. It rolls as far as the defender in Stewart. Peachtree City sends the ball back into the box. It's off the crossbar on the header. Bravosky had a chance at it. It goes off of the crossbar, careens out to the top of the 18, and challenges go flying in once again. Unsettled here. Ross heads it away, and the play's blown dead as Matthew Wooling took a hit to the head, and the officials immediately stopped the play once they recognized. Another crunching challenge by Tanner Dietrich. He got the best of Wooling. No foul called.
Just one of those collisions that happen sometimes in soccer. And that followed what looked like a potential scoring opportunity for Peachtree City off the crossbar. They had that happen once in the first half and were able to put it in. But here in the second half, Nashville able to have the crossbar be a helper, keeping it as a 2-1 deficit as opposed to being down by 2 goals.
Wooling gets helped onto his feet. He'll have to go to the sideline. Typical protocol with a head injury. As we enter the 56th minute, Peachtree City with the 2-1 lead over Nashville. Wooling's taken a beating tonight.
Yes, he has.
A couple times.
Not the first time he's needed to have medical attention. Certainly a tough player. They're going to check him out on the sidelines, make sure everything's okay. So the clock keeps ticking. They will add stoppage time, of course, at the end of this half. But with that 2-1 lead, you want to think potentially, John, that the further this game gets on, if there are no further goals, the more Peachtree City might lay back a bit, as now Nashville will have a substitution.
Nashville making a substitution. Fletcher Eckern, the ETSU player, who had 2 goals on Saturday against Memphis City FC, will replace Blake Wilson. And Wilson heads to the sideline, accumulated a yellow card in this game. And, you know, Coach Rolke certainly knows that Wilson already with a couple more fouls after that card was in danger and didn't want to go down to 10 men like Nashville did last time they played Peachtree City.
Precisely. A smart play there, bringing the fresh body as well.
So 57th minute of action, Nashville SC trailing 2-1 against Peachtree City in a fiery contest. Galval dispossessing the midfielder. Connects with Dietrich, brushes a pass left side for Omitaumu. Driving right at his defender, returns back to Dietrich, sends it down the line to Galval in the corner. Galval, left-footed cross is a good one. Back post, Nelson, the goalkeeper, plucks it out of the sky and immediately distributes it downfield to the Jamaican international Khalil Stewart. Stewart trying to burn past Joe Carriage and does down the far sideline. Carriage pulling at him and brings him down, and that's a sure yellow card. That's a smart play by Carriage. He knew exactly what he was getting into. Stewart had turned the corner and had a 3-on-3, and Carriage just pulls him down 40 yards away from the goal. A professional foul by an amateur player.
Well, that's certainly the smart play right there. I have to concur with that. It would have been a clear scoring opportunity for Peachtree City had that hard tackle not taken place. But, of course, now the flip side for Nashville is they have to defend against this free kick.
It's tough to guard. Khalil Stewart has played in CONCACAF World Cup qualifying in U20 action for Jamaica. Plays for College of Charleston for his college playing. So he's on 3 teams, essentially. Jamaica, Peachtree City, and College of Charleston.
And there's a reason for it. He's a very talented player. Obviously, Nashville acutely aware of that. But even so, when he gets in the open field like that, the smart play right there was, albeit to take a yellow card, but to stop the action.
Lights on at the Vanderbilt Soccer Complex. A bright pink sky above as Peachtree City set to take the free kick. Whipped into the 6-yard box where Pyle gladly scoops it up with 2 hands. 59th minute, Peachtree City with the 2-1 lead. Nashville searching for the equalizer. It was Peachtree City who scored the first 2 goals. Nashville countered in the first half with Martin Galvao, and both teams scoreless here in the second half.
But both have had opportunities. Now Nashville trying to press the action.
Goal kick sent deep downfield and headed out of bounds. It'll be a Nashville throw-in. Logan Painter whips a ball down the far wing where Eckern is in hot pursuit, and Eckern nearly took it away from the center back O'Lanarin. Ball bounces around, falls to Tanner Dietrich near the midfield stripe. Pushes it forward to Galvao, dispossessed in the middle by Wooling. Wooling pursued by Dietrich. Ball clings off a couple players. Touch to Dietrich in the box, brings it down with his chest. Dietrich searching for an opening. Took one-on-one against Shikali and lost out. Shikali bombs it deep downfield where Nashville SC once again recollects and will work the ball all the way to the back in a V-shaped constellation to the goalkeeper, William Pyle. Pyle rolls the ball 30 yards downfield. Defensive third for Nashville. Finds Ross, returns back to Pyle. The red-clad goalkeeper with the bright green gloves launches the ball for the target man, Eckern. Brings it down subtly with his chest and taps to Galvao, angle right. Galvao 45 yards away from the target, trying to pass to the slipping Eckern, and it rolls past the striker into the waiting feet of O'Lanarin for Peachtree City. Now the visitors in the black jerseys and black shorts want to move the other way, but Nashville pressing, and they find a pass right through the middle to Wooling. Launches downfield where Hurtado brings it down flat-footed. Touches to McLaughlin, 20-yard pass downfield to Omitaumu, and now Hurtado cleans up the spilt beans. And Nashville will build out of the back until McLaughlin launches it cross-field, 80 yards down the field to Logan Painter. Ignites a 4-on-3. Painter has carriage overlapping, drives right at a defender. And Painter now has it on the right wing. Painter seeking out Eckern in the box. He taps it in for the goal. Fletcher Eckern finds the equalizer. The expert pass from Logan Painter, and we're knotted at deuces. 2 goals for Nashville, 2 goals for Peachtree City in the 61st minute.
And you can see Nashville trying to get the ball to Eckern on multiple possessions. He's the fresh player, just came into the game a few minutes ago. And it's that Royal Rumble style. We've got these guys out there exhausted. The fresh player out there able to get in position. A beautiful pass to set it up with the assist. And we're knotted up at 2 here in this 61st minute of action.
Logan Painter with the crafted ball whipped perfectly to Eckern, who could make no mistake about it. Simply had to tap it in on the goal line. The cross was enough to paralyze Nick Nelson, the goalkeeper. And Fletcher Eckern able to tap home his 3rd goal this week after scoring 2 against Memphis City FC on Saturday.
Quite the change of momentum from when Nashville was down 2-0 in this game, now tied up at 2 in the 62nd minute of play.
Remember, Nashville really needs a victory in this game. They need all 3 points to stay in playoff contention. Right now, they're second in the division. The top 2 teams make it, and now Nashville has a counterattack. It's Eckern, a one-on-one against the defender, Shikali. Eckern fires with the right foot. Nelson taps it over the crossbar with a diving save.
And that might have been Nelson's best save thus far in this match. Beautiful diving save after Nashville had yet another scoring opportunity. Certainly had the momentum, having scored the last 2 goals of this game. But as you mentioned, John, Nashville really wanted to come away with a victory, not only for the win, of course, but also for those 3 points. Desperately trying to fight these last few games, last few matches to get into play.
Corner kick for Nashville. Martin Galvao will take it. The center back's in there for Nashville. It's sent in towards McLaughlin and headed away at the last moment by Lorenzano of Peachtree City. Ball rolls out to the near sideline, attacking third. Velez pumps it right back into the box. Jump ball, Nelson going up and makes the catch like a wide receiver over the outstretched head of Kyle McLaughlin. Pumps the ball downfield, midfield strike, tapped forward by Carriage towards the back line of Peachtree City, and a foul called on Fletcher Eckert. 63rd minute of action here in Nashville at the Vanderbilt Soccer Complex. Nashville 2, Peachtree City 2, as Nashville has come back from a 2-goal deficit and seeks 3 points tonight against a winless Peachtree City squad. Possession being contested on the far sideline. Retrieved by Valenciano, the forward for Peachtree City. Valenciano skips past one tackle of Velez. Velez does well to retreat. Ball rolls to Stewart. Even with the top of the 18, angle left. They work it to the top of the box. Flicked on by Vavrovsky. Back to Wooling. Now right side, Fiddler. Fiddler inside the box, cuts to his left, fires with the left foot. Deflected on the way. It either went off Dietrich or Hurtado. Rolls back to Wooling. Wooling trying to find space 18 yards away. Angle to the left. Wooling, a little step over, a little pull over. Carriage has got to be careful as he stabs in. Wooling on the elbow of the 18. It's flicked forward towards the inline. Players on side. Pyle comes out. Ball's loose on top of the 6 and shuttled away by Ross, the center back of Nashville. Boys in gold dodge one, and now they've got a chance to spring the counterattack. Galval with a 5-on-3 if he hurries over the midfield stripe. Galval motioning players in front of him. Hurries into the attacking third. The pass to the right side got deflected. Eckern able to recollect. Sends it towards Dietrich on the left wing. It's sent back in towards the box. Logan Painter running on. Tries to tap it forward, and the diving save by Nick Nelson, denying Painter on the volley. Play unsettled. Galval turning at the top of the 18. Galval touches over to Painter, setting up the cross, lobs it to the top of the 6. Dietrich took a swing at it, and it's finally cleared away as Dietrich couldn't get a full strike on the ball. Still being fought for. Players flying around as Galval goes crashing to the turf. The ball rolling close to the midfield stripe, and now Peachtree City wants to hurry the other way with Valenciano down the far sideline. Nashville hustling back in the gold jerseys to defend. Ball sent towards the box and through the offense, right through the defense as well. Into the hands of William Pyle, who will settle things down. My goodness, what a flurry, Lou.
Been back and forth, some thrilling action for this near-capacity crowd here tonight. Thanks to everybody listening on ESPN 94.9 Game 2 and watching the online feed. So Nashville's pulled back to tie this one up at 2 here in the 65th minute.
Velez has it close to the midfield stripe for Nashville. Outlets downfield for Logan Painter. Took 2 touches, sent it backwards towards his college teammate Joe Carriage. Nifty little dance to get free of the pursuing defender. And it's worked in a T-shaped formation to Hurtado. Over to Omitaumu, 40 yards away from the target. Angle to the left. Finds Galval, swivels to his left, and now dashes down the near side. Slips a pass through to Tanner Dietrich, who has it on the inline. Dietrich trying to do a nutmeg through his defender and was denied by Lorenzano, who launched downfield and found a teammate, Santiago Moore, the Dalton State player. Switch down to the far side for Stewart, able to nod it forward as far as Brad Ross, the center back, and then Stewart goes flying into a challenge and chops Ross down, and Ross immediately grabbing his ankle. No foul on the play, as Stewart was deemed to have gotten enough ball to make it a legal challenge, but again, oh, and there's a yellow card. A yellow card dished out to Kyle McLaughlin of Nashville for dissent. And how many yellow cards is that tonight?
Starting to lose track at this point. Both teams have to be cognizant of the fact that they've got multiple players out there looking at 7 yellow cards combined. And, of course, Nashville already having taken Blake Wilson out of the game. He had a yellow card. But the guys out there who do have one at this point have to be very cognizant of what they do for the duration.
Game tied at 2 goals apiece. Nashville SC with the 2-goal comeback. Can they find the winner? Can they climb the mountain? 2 quick goals in the first half for Peachtree City. And give the visitors credit, they haven't slunk back and parked the bus by any means. They continue to attack, and it's been a wonderful game to watch.
It's been a lot of fun for sure.
Been a fun one to broadcast and hopefully a fun one to listen to here on the first ever English language radio broadcast of Nashville SC Soccer. Nashville with possession. Velez darting through traffic, trying to slip by 2 defenders. Instead, it was cut out by Valenciano. Peachtree City on their own counterattack, and they route it through the midfield. On the right side, Fiddler touching with the green boots. and touches it too far for a teammate. Oh, and a big challenge coming in, and that should be our 8th yellow card. And these teams do not like each other. McLaughlin got hauled down, and the foul goes on Ginner Duque, the Colombian for Peachtree City, and that's his first involvement. He was just substituted in, and he becomes the 8th player to go in the book of Oladokin Fadier.
Another substitution. Looks like Tanner Dietrich's night is done for Nashville. Still head toward the sideline to be replaced by a teammate. Remember, 6 substitutions per team allowed per PDL rules.
Still waiting on the substitution for Dietrich, who heads to the sideline. Nashville's made a couple changes tonight. Already now their 3rd substitution. It'll be a Nashville free kick in their own defensive end. Ball sent towards the top of the 18 on the Nashville offensive end, headed around there. Finally settled by Eckern. Touched the pass over to Omitaumu, and it's out for a throw-in as it deflected off a Peachtree City player. Nashville does well to string passes together and find Galval trying to dance through a defender. Hauled down to the top of the 18, and it's a foul called. And it will be a free kick for Nashville about 25 yards away from the target. A slight, barely angle to the right. And this is a perfect opportunity for Martin Galval, the Portuguese magician.
And you might recall the first time Nashville played Peachtree City, Galval managed to score on a free kick from not that far off. Now, granted, that was playing on the artificial surface of Vanderbilt's football stadium, but nevertheless, if there's anybody in this Nashville team you want taking that kind of shot, I would suggest Galval would be at the very top of that list.
Match tied at 2 goals apiece, 69th minute. Nashville SC with the free kick. It's Martin Galval standing over it, along with Carlos Hurtado, the left-footed player. Galval approaches, sends it towards the goal, and it bangs off the 5-man wall and rolls to the goalkeeper in the far side corner. Nick Nelson gladly scoops it up off a couple bounces. Galval's done that twice tonight on free kicks in dangerous positions, sent it crashing into the wall. So remember the substitution, it was Tanner Dietrich who went out, and Juan Sanchez, a Spanish-born player who plies his trade at Pfeiffer University in. Right now it's Omitaumu down the inline. Omitaumu keeps it in bounds, trying to slip across to the top of the 6, and it was cleared away at the last moment by Lorenzano, the center back for Peachtree City. Nashville knocking on the door. Can they find their 3rd goal tonight? 70th minute action. It's Galval all alone on the left side. Galval approaching the inline. Whips in across. Back post. Painter's there, but it goes just over his outstretched head. And it's safety to the far sideline where it's tracked down by Shikali. Peachtree City wants to run the other way. It's a 4-on-5 as Nashville slinking back in on defense. And the gold shirts able to stand tall and push the attack backwards to the feet of Nick Nelson, the goalkeeper. Peachtree City finding some peace and possessing in the back line. They need to slow this game down as Nashville sensing blood in the water perhaps. Long ball deflected by Hurtado. Worked all the way to the far sideline for Stewart, the speedy player, who starts to dance in on Carriage at the elbow of the 18. Carriage has got to be careful, already got a yellow card. Stewart, the right-footed cross, is deflected, and it goes into the hands of William Pyle. Don't know if it was a cross or a shot. I think he might have been looking for that back post with the curler. Nevertheless, a Nashville player got a foot in there and dampened and weakened the shot.
And he knows defensively Nashville playing rather stout here in this second half. Some adjustments made at halftime seem to be working in favor of this Nashville SC squad.
Sky-high punt from William Pyle, and you can't let that happen. The ball bounced twice before any player addressed it. Peachtree City was able to vacuum it up and send it backwards for possession. Visitors have the ball on the far sideline with Wooling. Connects 10 yards downfield to Daniel Valenciano. Try to entry pass to Stewart. It's batted around, elbow of the 18 once more, far sideline in front of the scoreboard. Crosses it in towards the top of the 6. Hurtado leaps high to snap it away with his head, and Omitaumu in hot pursuit. Omitauumu's got it, dashing down the left side, and he's dispossessed by a double team of Santiago Moore and Todd Fiddler. Then Moore sends it towards the back post, and again, Valenciano cannot connect.
The ball actually went out of bounds for Peachtree City. They caught a break. The referees didn't see it.
Possession in the back line of Peachtree City, close to the center stripe, and now entering the middle of the field circle is Shikali. Peachtree City slams on the brakes as Nashville SC defends with 11 on their own half. Neat string of passes for the visitors, who now attack in the black shirts and black shorts. Show and go by James Thomas as he weaves his way through the yellow jerseys. Tries to slip a ball inside. Velez scuffed it. Ball's out front at the top of the 18, being fought for. Still a battle for it. Sanchez goes sliding in on a challenge. Thomas able to poke it free. Rolls as far as a midfielder. Now it's punched out, and here comes Omi Taumu. Omi Taumu upfield got chopped down with a body blow, and he's down, but Nashville continues play. Ball switched across field to Logan Painter at the corner of the 18, right side. Painter trying to dribble his way through traffic. Galval coming in support, able to recollect. Flips to Painter, down the inline. Painter centering cross, deflected out of bounds for another corner kick.
Once again, it's Galval trying to set up Painter on the shot. Nashville keeps knocking on the door. They've rallied from that 2-0 deficit they had in the first half. 73 minutes and change into this one. Corner kick coming imminently here for Nashville.
A delayed yellow card goes to Adam Shikali, who really plunged into Omi Taumu. It's the 9th yellow card of the game, and Nashville SC still searching for the go-ahead goal. 2 goals apiece in the 74th minute, and Nashville with the corner kick.
But first, Peachtree City will make a substitution.
Still sorting out on the far side who will be coming in for Peachtree City.
So Todd Fiddler's day is finished. He had the first goal of the game for Peachtree City, but he'll take a spot on the bench for the rest of this game.
And Nashville SC will have the corner kick momentarily. The players set, and they wait. Galval sends it in near post, whipping cross. Eckern was just a step too late, and it's punched wide to safety. Quickly, Carriage sends it back towards the offensive end where Galval performs a couple running step overs. Galval, heckled in the midfield, pulls back for McLaughlin. McLaughlin surveys the defense and now turns upfield 20 yards away from the target. Heavy touch, lost out, tried to slide and make up for it and lost the possession. Stewart dancing the other way for Peachtree City, hustles over the midfield stripe and finds the new substitute in there for Peachtree City, and that's Daniel Shaw. Worked right sideline for Valenciano, attacking right at Hurtado. Connects with the overlapping outside back, who whips it in, and Hurtado's there to deflect it. It was James Thomas who'd ventured forward, and then James Thomas loses the ball out of bounds with the pressure from Omi Taumu. Hectic action here as we roll into now the 76th minute. Going to be a lot of stoppage time as well, as we had multiple injuries and a goal this half already. Possession being battled for on the near sideline. Eckern confidently picks it up as it goes out of bounds, and I think he convinced the official of the possession, so it'll be a Nashville throw-in. Throw goes to Sanchez. Outlets downfield for Galval. Turns and faces 4 defenders. Galval darting his way to Logan Painter. Painter centering cross to Eckern at the last moment. A sliding clearance by Adam Shikali sends it out for another Nashville corner kick.
And you can tell Nashville with the momentum. Had the opportunity once again. Get a look on goal from the far side corner.
Nashville running out of time here. 76 minute, looking for the go-ahead goal. McLaughlin lounging in the box, calling for the cross. Galval sends it in. Eckern leaps high for it and went just over his head. Ball bounced off a defender, and it falls to Stewart, who's dispossessed by Velez. Velez reclaims for Nashville. Passes to Galval, sends a curling out-swinging ball into the box, and Matthew Wooling backpedaling, able to stop its progress and send it downfield. Ball being fought for around the center stripe, and it falls to Peachtree City. And Shaw, the substitute, touches with the outside of the boot and now dashes his way inside. Pedals the pass to the left side for Stewart. Turns and faces against the receding Logan Painter, who's back to defend. Nashville now with 9 players behind the ball. It's the center back Shikali switching it right sideline for Thomas. Thomas to Shaw, the substitute. Working his way down the near wing against Hurtado, and Hurtado does well to shepherd the ball out of bounds for a Peachtree City throw-in. Peachtree City 2, Nashville SC 2. 78th minute now. Ball being contested in the near corner. Sent out by Hurtado. Close to the midfield stripe, near wing. Brought down well by Shikali of Peachtree City, asking a lot of his goalkeeper here, Nelson, on the back pass. Nelson close to the near sideline, shows composure, and returns it right back to the retreating Shikali, who pumps it across the field to the waiting center back. And Lorenzano. Peachtree City settling now, possession in their own defensive end, close to midfield. They build through the middle. Tough pass, asking a lot of Valenciano. Cut out by Nashville's Juan Sanchez. Launched deep downfield for the jumping Eckern and couldn't get ahead to it. And Peachtree City will once again have possession, and they'll construct it out of the back with Nick Nelson, the goalkeeper. A couple dangerous touches by the Peachtree City players, but they're bailed out with a foul as Sanchez went crashing into the back of Wooling. And it'll be a free kick.
A frenetic pace here in this second half. Both teams trying to get that go-ahead goal. Knotted up at 2 in the 79th minute. This Nashville team, for those of you just joining us, trailed 2-0 for scoring a goal in the first half. Another here in the second half, bringing us to 2-2 in the 79th minute.
Don't see any substitutions being prepared for Nashville either. This could be the 11 that Coach Kyle Rolke thinks can bring them 3 points. They're running out of time, though. Less than 11 minutes left in regulation. Through ball was seeking Omi Taumu for Nashville. Instead, it's Shikali able to intercept, and now the center back wanting to get involved in the attack. Switching ball to Stewart, the speedy Jamaican, blows right by Joe Carriage. Carriage able to slide in and deflect the cross, but it rolls out to the top of the 6. Loose ball on top, and that shot is off the side of the net, right on the doorstep by Lorenzano, the midfielder / forward, and he puts his palms to his forehead in disgust. He almost fired Peachtree City into the lead in the 80th minute.
A very dangerous situation there for Nashville. A great look for Peachtree City, but as you noted, John, the shot going just to the near side or the far side of the post, harmlessly for Nashville, setting up a goal kick, but nearly a turnover going into a goal. But all for naught on that one for Peachtree City.
Goal kick sent Logan Painter's way. It bounces over the forward's head. And now Stewart back for Peachtree City. Does nicely to weave through 3 gold jerseys and send it backwards towards the defender, Shikali. Crossfield pass, finding Stewart open on the left wing. Stewart into the middle channel. Stewart at the elbow of the 18. He's going to snap a shot. And is appealing that it got deflected. And those appeals go unheard from the official. And it's out for a goal kick for Nashville, as Martin Galvao will come out of the game for Nashville, the 4th substitution for the home team.
So it's Lucas Altman coming into the game out of Johnson City, Tennessee, plays his college ball at Wofford.
Altman has played in 3 games this season and just 126 total minutes. That's a big task to replace Martin Galvao, who had one of Nashville's 2 goals. But Altman will try his best in a crucial game here for Nashville as they look to make the playoffs. Eckert trying to slip the ball through for Logan Painter. And solid pursuit from Lorenzano, able to pursue the ball down and send it downfield for Peachtree City, where it's met by the head of Joe Carriage. Altman with his first touch, finding Painter. Try to return it back to Altman. Instead, it's intercepted by Peachtree City and sent down the field, but what's the call here? An off-ball push on Peachtree City, and possession will go back to Nashville on the free kick inside the attacking end, right on the curl of the center stripe. The center circle.
Interesting strategy with Galvao being taken out right at the 80-minute mark of this match, but keep in mind Nashville plays another game here on Saturday, so perhaps trying to keep some strength in those legs of his for that upcoming game, but certainly a goal here would be beneficial for Nashville, tied at 2, but a win, as we've noted, would give them 3 points and a nice boost in the standings.
82nd minute. Can Nashville find the go-ahead goal? The free kick sent into the box. Angle to the left. It's hit by McLaughlin. Eckern rising high for the rebound. Falls to Painter. Took a hack at it and whiffed. Painter trying to keep it in on the far sideline and does so. Ball sent back into the box. Eckern had a chance at it. McLaughlin crashing in, and it's cleared away just at the last moment. Ball still being fought for, though, on the far sideline. Painter recollects. Painter trying to pump it back into the box. Appeals for a handball. They're denied, and Peachtree City able to hustle the ball back towards Nashville's defensive line, where it's collected by Velez and sent backwards to the goalkeeper, William Pyle. Nashville continues to knock on the door now in the 83rd minute in a game that's tied at 2 goals apiece. Ball's headed towards Eckern, running on, and the goalkeeper, Nelson, slides to take it away off the foot of Eckern at the last moment.
Good defense by Peachtree City there. James Thomas managing to force some pressure.
Peachtree City building down the far side. Stewart hauled down, and it's Joe Carriage who pulled him down, and Joe Carriage is going to go into the book for the second time today. And it's a red card. 2 yellows for Joe Carriage, and he has been expelled, and Nashville down to 10.
History repeating in a way that Nashville is not happy about. Just like the last time they played this Peachtree City team, they're going to be ending this game, provided everything else stays as it is, with a 11-10 disadvantage.
Joe Carriage with 2 yellow cards, both of them occurring as he tried to slow down the speedy Khalil Stewart. 2 jersey tugs and a trip to the bench for Carriage. And now the dynamics of this game have completely changed as Peachtree City is the one looking for the game winner with the 1-man advantage. Carriage led Lipscomb University, where he plays his college soccer, in yellow cards last season, and he's making his way into the record book for Nashville SC as well. Cross sent high into the sky to the top of the 6. Pyle came off of his line. That's bouncing around, and it's in. A shocking goal for Peachtree City. It came off the head of a midfielder. It popped high into the air. Pyle had committed to it. It took a bounce inside the 6 and then popped into the top shelf of the goal. And I believe it came off the head of Michael Bravoski, the University of Dayton product, and Peachtree City leads 3-2 in the 85th minute.
So a tough situation there for Nashville. You go down 11-10, and then a bit of a tough bounce put you down 1 goal. So it's 3-2 now. Peachtree City, Nashville, with less than 6 minutes to go in regulation plus stoppage time, needing 1 goal to tie this one back up.
And Nashville making a substitution as Tevin Henry in as well. And now he becomes a left midfielder, which moves Damio Mataumo to the right side as Nashville desperate for goals. Peachtree City leads 3-2. The visitors seeking their first win of the year in PDL action. It'll be a throw-in for Peachtree City on the right side. Getting you that substitution, Tevin Henry came in for Logan Painter, the Lipscomb player. Henry, hometown just south of here in Franklin. Peachtree City got a throw in, and knocking it out of bounds for Nashville was Brad Ross with a sliding challenge. And it's in the near side corner in front of the roadies, and it's just out on the sideline for a throw in for Peachtree City in the attacking third. The visitors building the attack. Thomas sends the ball low driven into the box, taken away, and now Nashville has it the other way with Eckern. McLaughlin, the center back, in support, and Eckern hauled down. And the attack slowed as the whistle blows. And how is this not a yellow card? Eckern had a 2-on-2 and got hauled down with a professional foul, and the card stays heavy in the pocket of Oladokin Fadi.
And this allows Peachtree City to set up its defense. So not only did they get away with one that could have been a card, now they get to have a defense in place to try and deny Nashville a tying goal.
Free kick for Nashville, sent in towards the back post. Eckern was offsides. Couldn't get a head on it anyway. That'll be a Peachtree City free kick.
So we're 86 minutes into this one, a game that'll go 90 plus stoppage time, no overtime, and Nashville trailing 3-2.
Nashville SC down to 10 men. A Joe Carriage second yellow has reduced the strike force by a man. And Peachtree City at a full strength 11. They've got several players on yellow cards themselves. Peachtree City also making a substitution here. Daniel Valenciano will come off and takes a long stroll towards the sideline.
No particular hurry for Peachtree City at this point, holding on to that 1-goal lead in the 87th minute. Certainly not going to be in any hurry, whereas Nashville Desperately looking now to try and get a shot at an equalizer before we reach the end of this one.
Mark Rodegas in for Peachtree City, as the visitors looking to hold on here. Nashville SC trying to work the ball downfield in the attacking third. Cut out by Thomas. Ball rolls to the far sideline, where it's competed for by Altman. Touched far enough for McLaughlin, and the center back now knocks it out of bounds off of a Peachtree City player. Collects the throw in with his back towards the target, finding Altman, weaving his way through traffic. He's sieved down, and then McLaughlin comes flying in on a challenge, and somehow, with all the commotion, bodies flying everywhere, Nashville SC has earned a corner kick.
Not a conventional way to see that one set up. This may be Nashville's last best chance here in this 88th minute. A corner kick desperately needing an equalizer, down a man.
10-man Nashville looking for the equalizer. Corner kick sent in high towards the penalty spot. It's an outswinger where it's touched by Velez as far as Ross for Nashville. Trying to weave his way through two players, slips and falls and loses the ball out of bounds for a Peachtree City throw. 89th minute now. 88 minutes gone. And Peachtree City with the 3-2 lead. A thrilling game. And a foul called as Daniel Shaw was being pulled back by Ross, and Ross goes into the book for Nashville. Believe that's 11 yellow cards.
That sounds correct.
In this game to go along with a red to Joe Carriage. Not been a friendly encounter by any means.
Not at all, not in league play.
Peachtree City with a free kick. James Thomas to take it. And he'll use some time as well. Thomas, a back-spinning, lobbed service down to the corner where it's headed out by Ross for a throw-in. Peachtree City has also brought in Tomita Adebale, another Dalton State player hailing from Atlanta.
There's a certain advantage you have with teammates from college that are able to compete on the same squad here in PDL action.
Peachtree City trying to milk the clock down. They tipped it a 1-2 pass to James Thomas. Instead, he was flat-footed and it goes out of bounds. Throw into Nashville SC. Sent forward, intercepted in the midfield. Wooling able to turn, fires to the left foot, and Pyle weakens it, brings it down, and now he'll outlet downfield with a big left-footed booming punt that's backspinning towards Thomas. Lets it bounce once. Eckern, little back flick over his head, and play starting to settle down here on the near side as Peachtree City running the other way with Shaw the substitute. A heavy touch taken away by Hurtado. Falls to Velez. Ropes the ball downfield. McLaughlin able to turn. The center back loses out on possession. Sent it just wide over his hip. And it was taken away by a trailing defender. Sent downfield in an injury timeout as the whistle sounds.
Once again, Matthew Wooling down. Seen him a couple of times hit the deck in this one. He was down for a moment or two. Nashville actually had a heads-up advance, or back to even, I guess 10-on-10 with him down. They blow the whistle as the trainer will come out. A situation like this in the summer in the South in Nashville, you have this time of the game, players will start to potentially cramp up, especially someone who's been out there as long as Wooling has for Peachtree City.
We are into stoppage time. 90 minutes gone at a game that Nashville SC trails 3-2 to Peachtree City. As Wooling still being tended to. We haven't gotten an official word on stoppage time, but it should be significant. We've had a red card, we've had multiple injuries, and we've had 2 goals in this half.
Throwing the other yellow cards as well that slowed things up a bit. As well as however long it takes for the trainers to get everything okay with Wooling for Peachtree City.
Wooling wanting to be stretched. And Brad Ross trying to help him up, the Nashville SC player. And Wooling genuinely seems to be injured here, or at least cramping. And Brad Ross wasn't certainly thinking he was. And Wooling taking his time to the sideline, as he's entitled to. As Nashville SC trailing 3-2, 1 minute into stoppage time. John Freeman, Lou Pickney on the call. The first ever English language radio broadcast of Nashville SC soccer on ESPN 94.9 Game 2. It's going to be a drop ball once Wooling makes his way off of the field. And there's some discussion between Ross of Nashville and Adebale of Peachtree City of how this should be dealt with. The sportsman thing to do would be for Peachtree City to send it back to Pyle, the goalkeeper, or let Ross take it. Instead, Adebale goes right at the ball, and he's dispossessed. That won't help tempers.
And there was a substitution, by the way, for Peachtree City. Didn't see the number on who came in for Wooling.
Oh, wow. What a challenge that is at midfield, and a dangerous one.
We're going to have a card.
By Thomas, and Thomas goes into the book. A studs-up challenge. Exactly what you'd expect in a game that has now seen 12 yellow cards and 1 red. It'll be a free kick for Nashville. 60 yards away from the goal that they're trying to score on, looking to equalize. There's 6 minutes of stoppage time. We're already 2 minutes deep in. Hurtado chips the ball into the box. Rising is McLaughlin, got a head down onto it, but it never threatened the goal of Nick Nelson. And Nelson picks up the ball with the pressure from McLaughlin. Nelson sends a driven, side-winding punt right into the center back, Sanchez. Nashville with possession out of the back line. Hurtado sweeps a pass to the near wing for Henry. Henry to Sanchez, closed down by Adebale. Forwarded by Velez, touched once more forward by McLaughlin, close to the 18, and smashed away by Shikali. Out for a Nashville throw-in. Nearly 3 minutes into stoppage time. 5 allotted minutes. Nashville looking for the equalizer. Ross sends it McLaughlin's way, rises high in the box and never got much on it. Pops it in the air, and Nick Nelson falls on his belly to collect it.
You get the feeling at this point Peachtree City's just going to try and clear it out as well as they can, as deep as they can.
Peachtree City looking for its first win of the year. Punt sent high over the midfield stripe. Rolling around there. Velez able to get his right foot to it. Sends it towards Omitaumu. It's off the center back, Lorenzano of Peachtree City, all the way back to the goalkeeper, Nelson. Works it to the left side. Sent back towards the middle. Altman had a chance at it. Touched it too far. Peachtree City now on the counter attack with Shaw. 3.5 minutes gone of stoppage time. 5 minutes. Shaw finding Adebale. He's onside. He's through. And the goalkeeper, Pyle, able to beat him to the pass. And now Pyle launches it deep downfield. Maybe one more thrust for Nashville SC. McLaughlin trying to weave his way through traffic. McLaughlin's in. McLaughlin taken down in the box. And it's a penalty kick for Nashville. The goalkeeper, Nelson, came sliding out on McLaughlin, who was free on the breakaway. And Nashville SC will have a chance to tie this game 4 minutes into stoppage time.
Sure, McLaughlin's okay. They're helping him back up to his feet. Hard collision there, but a big opportunity now. Nashville down a man, looking like they may be taking a loss instead. If they hit this penalty kick, they can escape with a draw.
Crowd on its feet as Fletcher Eckert puts the ball down on the penalty spot. Nashville SC trailing 3-2. Nearly all the allotment of stoppage time is gone. We head towards the 5th minute of stoppage time. Nashville with a penalty kick, and it's Fletcher Eckert to take it in the yellow jersey and yellow shorts. The goalkeeper is Nelson. Eckert 5 feet away from the still ball. Eckert awaiting to approach. Here's the whistle. Eckert fires it off the crossbar and over. Eckert had a chance to tie it. And maybe on the last kick of the game, Nashville SC cannot put in the equalizer.
Just a bit too much on that one. And what would have been a great opportunity to bring this game back to square goes just high.
Peachtree City with the 3-2 lead, and they nearly gave it away. It's a goal kick for the visitors. Nelson sends the goal kick downfield over the midfield stripe. We are 5.5 minutes into stoppage time and still no end. Peachtree City with the ball. Alabade deflected it off a Nashville SC defender, and it'll be a Peachtree City throw-in that they'll patiently wait to take.
No hurry for them, up by 1 goal and waiting for the clock to run out.
We are now 6 minutes into stoppage time, and Nashville SC cannot believe the chance they had. Fletcher Eckert off the crossbar on the penalty kick. Nearly tied it, and Peachtree City puts the throw in towards Ross, the center back. Heads it forward. Ball's loose, top of the 18. Close to the penalty circle. Maybe one last chance here for Nashville as they build with Henry. Bundled away by Duque of Peachtree City. Draws the interest of Pyle, the goalkeeper. Slams it off the pursuing Duque. 6.5 minutes now into stoppage time. Nashville needs the tying goal. Eckert in pursuit of a lobbed ball. Henry traps it at midfield. Henry dancing his way through traffic. And again, it's punched up high by a Peachtree City defender. We are nearly 7 minutes into stoppage time, and there's the final whistle. Peachtree City gets its first win of the year. A 3-2 thriller at the Vanderbilt Soccer Complex. The visitors from the suburbs of Atlanta take it 3-2 over a valiant Nashville SC squad that falls just short. Peachtree City scored the first 2 goals. Nashville SC countered with 2. And then the game-winning goal late for Peachtree City gives the visitors the win on the road. And for the first time in club history, Nashville SC falls at home. Still a lot more to unpack with this one. Julian Council will have our post-game show. Nashville SC falls 3-2 to Peachtree City. You're listening to Nashville SC Soccer on ESPN 94.9, Game 2.
I'm going to disconnect you really quick.